Our weather reporter Andy Mukasey is live on the weather deck. The rain is coming down pretty hard right now. Andy, when can we expect the rain to go away?
Well, Abigail, the rain was coming down pretty hard, but actually right now it's pretty nice and we're experiencing kind of a break from all of that rain with just a little bit of drizzle in the sky. But unfortunately, the next few hours we're supposed to see more heavy rain and more thunderstorms. However, there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel because we're expected for the rain to stop around 8 p.m., leaving some pretty good weather for those runners out at Onondaga Lake Park. And it's supposed to continue to stay clear until tomorrow late afternoon. It's currently 64 degrees. It's kind of a dreary, drizzly day outside, so I'd recommend staying indoors if you can. But if not, don't forget to take your umbrella when you go out. I'll have your full weather forecast coming up on NCC News at 4:45. Back to you, Abigail.
And now our weather reporter, Andy Mukasey, is outside to give us our first forecast. And lots of rain lately. How's it looking now?
Thanks, Alan. Well, the rain is coming down a little harder now than it was before, but it's still pretty light. We're still expecting to see more heavy rain and more thunderstorms coming in the next few hours, so just prepare yourself if you're going outside. Make sure you have your umbrella with you. The current temperature right now is 64 degrees. The barometer's at about 30. It's 90% humidity, pretty humid out here, not the best hair day. And the winds are west at 13 miles per hour, so it's pretty windy out here, so just be prepared if you plan to go outside. And I'll have your full weather forecast coming up next. Good evening, everyone. I'm Andy Mukasey with your NCC News weather update. It's raining pretty lightly outside, which is a nice change from the heavy rain that we've been experiencing most of the day. But we are expected to have some more heavy rain and some more heavy showers later on in the coming hours. So be prepared for that. Take an umbrella if you go outside. The current temperature is 64 degrees. The barometer reads at about 30. It's a 90% humidity, so it's pretty humid out there. It's also pretty windy out there with winds coming west at 13 miles per hour. We're nothing close to the record high today. The record high was in 2008, which was 95 degrees. It would be pretty nice if it was 95 degrees out today, but unfortunately we're experiencing some lower temperatures and lots of rain. The record low was back in 1983 at 37 degrees, and the normal temperatures are more close to what we're experiencing today with a high of 76 and a low of 54. Let's take a look at our live radar. As you can see here, we're getting lots of rain coming this way, coming towards us in Syracuse, and that rain's going to keep coming for the next few hours. It's planning to stop around, or hopefully will stop around about 8 p.m., and then it's going to kick up again tomorrow in the late afternoon. So just be prepared for the weather for the next few days. And if you take a look at this precipitation forecast for the rest of the country, we may think that we're the only ones experiencing all of this rain here in Syracuse, but it's actually happening all over the country, mostly down in Florida. There's some pretty heavy rain. They're getting about 1 to 3 inches in rain, and also for us up here in New York, and also throughout the rest of the East Coast. We can see from New York up to Maine, we're getting some pretty heavy rain. If you're anything like me, you've probably been experiencing some pretty bad allergies this season, and there's a local pollen alert starting today for the rest of the week, so be prepared for that. Keep those tissues handy. As you can see today, there's some pretty high pollen in the air. Also tomorrow, some pretty high pollen, but Thursday is what we really need to watch out for because there's a very, very, very high risk of pollen on Thursday, and Friday it's back to high pollen. Tonight we're going to be experiencing those showers like I told you before, but they're hopefully going to stop around 8 p.m., which will hopefully bring some good weather for those runners, the corporate runners tonight, and a low of about 57 degrees. And tomorrow we're also going to be experiencing showers, but we're hopefully going to have a pretty sunny morning, and then the showers are going to come later in the afternoon around 4 p.m. with a high of 83 degrees. Let's take a look at our 5-day forecast. As you can see, today and tomorrow we're going to have some rain. Thursday and Friday are hopefully going to be clearer, so if you have any big plans for the weekend, you might want to do them on Thursday and Friday. But unfortunately, when we go to Saturday, we're going to get a little more rain in the forecast again and probably some more thunderstorms. And take a look at this video. A man who was on vacation the vacation in the Bahamas, actually, he was on the beach and he found remnants of a SpaceX rocket that washed ashore. And the rocket crash landed into the sea in April, and it still had cameras attached to it. So he talked to the SpaceX founder, and he successfully delivered it. He told him that the rocket successfully delivered the materials to space, but unfortunately the landing didn't go as planned.
Well, thanks, Andy, and we'll just have to keep an eye on how that weather plays out for the rest of the week.
We will.